Hello, everyone. It's been a little while since I've had time to do a live stream, so I thought I would jump on and say hello, see if I can figure out. I'm boomering this already. I want to get rid of the brand a bit. No. I will get this eventually. Man, check out my camera. It's glitching all hour. It's like it's been smacked in the head like Paul Pelosi. Okay, bad taste. Too soon? Maybe. There we go. I found the comments bit. Cool. So if anybody wants to jump on and join me, they're free to do so. I'll share the link if that happens. And if anybody has any comments, jump in. There was just a few little news articles. I thought I would just have a little look through, generally chill out, see if anybody turns up. I know that Valhalla has had some baby goats. Some of his goats have given birth now, so that's great. So that's cool. I'm sure he's getting some good footage to post some videos at some point. I noticed he put like a little short video of the little baby goats. They're looking cute. And Mighty Meat has done a really good rebuttal kind of video to mine, asking the questions about that geological sort of mystery. And he gave 3 reasons why he thinks it might be possible that the that land could be in the mantle without, or so that rock, sorry, could be in the mantle and not melt over that period of time and be at a different temperature. Really sorry about the screen. Not sure what's going on. I'll see if I can remove myself and then come back in. Although, will that stop the stream? Maybe if I'll play the intro again. If I do that again, that might work. Yeah, let me see if I can do that. Right, and that hasn't helped, does it? Not at all. I wonder if I do this. So you can still hear me, I think. Audio should still be on, just not visual. Do that. Yeah, that's not good. The thing is, if I unplug the camera, will I lose the whole live stream? See if there's any comments. No, nobody's in yet. I'll try and share screen with something and see if that's better. Right, see if I can talk about this first story. So if I go share screen, entire screen, this one. Come on, computer. Come on, get with it. Get with it. There we go. There's me glitching in the corner. Definitely something up with the Matrix. Yeah, so this is the first one that caught my eye. So it says NASA spacecraft captures image of strange bear-like face smiling on Mars, and it's really great. Right, I mean, this is just an animation going on here, but check this out. You ready? It's ready for Bluey's dad. That was great. I love that. It just looks so cool. Nice little cartoon bear kind of thing going on the surface of Mars, apparently. So let's see what it says. The circular fracture pattern might be due to the settling of a deposit over a buried impact crater. Maybe the noise is a volcanic or mud vent, and deposit could be lava or mud flows. The reason why most of us see a bear's face grinning back at us from a random collection of dusty rocks and mountains is because of a psychological phenomenon known as, I'm not sure how you pronounce this. What is it now? Pareidolia? Pareidolia? I'm really butchering that, aren't I? If anyone wants to jump on and tell me how you pronounce that. I've heard of it before. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, it's basically where our sort of minds are designed to try and see faces in things. So if you see like a rock surface with like a random, I don't know, cliff face or something, if there's something that looks a little bit like a face in there, our minds will pick up on it and think it's a face. And so that's why we see this bear here. I mean, it does kind of look like a bear, to be honest. But yeah, it's due to that sort of psychological phenomenon that's it's well known. So this refers to the tendency of humans to perceive or impose a meaningful interpretation of a visual stimulus, which results in people noticing patterns or meanings where there is none. So it's either random or it was carved there by a giant space bear. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Let's see what's going on here. Next thing that caught my eye was apparently there might be another visible comet. Now, I've only ever managed to see one of these once in my life, and it was really great. So I'm going to see if there's information about this one. Hopefully, I can see this one at some point. So, bright green comet passing Earth is visible in dark skies now. Now is the time to start looking for Comet C 2022 E3 ZTF. They always give them such great names, don't they? As it puts on quite the show while racing through the inner solar system. The Zwicky Transient Facility, aka ZTF, in Southern California, discovered the dramatic object in March. It's been speeding in the direction of the sun until January the 12th, when it reached the perihelion. I think that's how you pronounce it. So it's basically the closest pass it's going to be to the sun in its orbit. They call it the perihelion. Wherever I've lost myself. There we go. It's the closest pass to the sun before beginning the long journey back to the Oort cloud. That's hypothetical, by the way, the Oort cloud, but yeah, I digress. On the edge of the solar system. According to Joe Rao from both Space.com and New York's Hayden Planetarium, hey, there you are, Aussie Overlord, there's a planetarium named after you. It won't return for roughly 50,000 years. This makes January and February prime time to see it for yourself, as it appears to have brightened earlier than expected. By some accounts, the comet is already visible to the naked eye from dark locations with minimal light pollution. Right, see, what I need to know, though, is whereabouts in the sky. I'll have to use Stellarium to look this one up. In fact, I'm going to make a note of what it's called. So it is Comet C 2022E3 ZTF. And the reason I want to do that is because this is how I spotted the one before, is I had to look it up on Stellarium to see whereabouts in the sky it will be, at what times, so that I can figure out if there's a time that's dark enough with a clear enough sky near where I live to sort of look in the right direction with binoculars or telescope or what have you to spot it. Now, this is actually saying it might even be visible to the naked eye at this point, so that's good. That doesn't happen that often that a comet gets like that. So where is it? Is it going to tell me? If not, I'll have to consult Stellarium. The comet is expected to be closest to Earth on February the 1st. Okay, so the next few days is going to be the best time for me to have a look. At which point it could become a magnitude 5 object, just bright enough to see with the unaided eye. Through binoculars and very dark skies always help. Sorry, though binoculars and very dark skies always help. The behavior of comets is rather unpredictable, as they can brighten, dim, or completely disintegrate with little warning. Comet ZTF's coma or tail has already been observed appearing to split into 2 distinct tails. Cool. So it's Sonic the Hedgehog's mate then, isn't it? What astronomers call a disconnection event. It's also been sporting a so-called anti-tail. I've not heard of that one before, which is actually an optical illusion that makes the comet appear to have a tail on both sides of its nucleus. Yeah, it would only be on one side in reality because the way it's the sun's rays hitting it and all the ice and stuff, it goes kind of like away from the sun's rays. So yeah, I'll not try and explain comets. Yeah, I might get it wrong and look like a fool. But yeah, my understanding is as it goes around the sun, the tail that you see is always pointing away from the sun because it's the sun's rays and particles that are sort of blasting through it. And yeah, so as it goes around the sun, the tail is always pointing away from the sun as it goes around. So you can practice trying to spot the comet now with binoculars or a backyard telescope as it continues, hopefully to brighten until February the 1st. By far the easiest way to locate it is with a site like In the Sky or an excellent mobile app, Stellarium. Yeah, I don't even have that on my phone. My phone's a bit old, so I just kind of go online. I've got Stellarium on a computer downstairs, so I'll have a look where it is, figure out whether I'm looking vaguely northeast or wherever, and what kind of distance from whatever thing I can figure out, like the Big Dipper or whatever, and then I just sort of use that. It worked before. I managed to see one, thankfully, but yeah, it wasn't easy because every time. So that camera thing's annoying, isn't it? Let me do it like this. Yeah, literally every time I was going there, when something was potentially visible, there was like cloud over, and it was only visible. For me, it was about 3, 4 in the morning was the only time. This was a couple of years ago when there was some comments going about, and I was starting to get to the end of my tether and thinking, this is never going to happen, is it? It's never going to happen. But yeah, thankfully, eventually, I did manage to see one, and unfortunately, I've forgotten which one it was. But I was glad I persisted and kept going there in the middle of the night because it was really worth seeing with my own eyes. I wanted to, because you might never get a chance again. You don't know how often these things come along. So let me see if my camera's busted. Sorry. I know what usually fixes it, right? Unplugging it and plugging it back in, but I don't know if I'll be lost from the stream. I'm going to try. I'm going to try and see if I can do this. Right, there we go. Hopefully you can still hear me whilst its camera is reconnecting. It'll take my computer a moment. And then I can just have another talk through. Let me just share this one. There we go. So there was something else that caught my eye. StreamYard is telling me off now. Hang on. Your browser has lost connection to your camera. Make sure you have the right camera selected and close any other applications that might be using it. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Okay. Start cam. Aha. Ooh. Hang about. Yes. Okay. No glitchiness. I think we fixed it. Okay. We fixed it, boys. So hand-carved rock in discovered in Jerusalem. I always find the archaeology around the area interesting. So I haven't read this yet, but I'm just going to read it through and see if there's anything that catches my eye. So, elements of the fortifications of ancient Jerusalem and a mysterious handprint carved into the rock were discovered in the city during excavations carried out by the Israel Antiques Authority. Archaeological excavations were carried out along the main street Sultan Suleiman, which runs adjacent to the city walls. During the excavations, a mysterious handprint carved into the moat wall was found. To date, archaeologists have not deciphered the meaning of this sculpture. Does it symbolize anything? Does it indicate a specific element nearby? Or is it just a local joke? Time can tell, say the researchers. According to Eli Escuzes, I'm rubbish with this, Escuzido, director of the Israel Antiques Authority, many have dreamed and fought for Jerusalem, and the city's fortifications are a silent testament to this. The archaeology finds allow us to visualize the dramatic events and upheavals that the city has suffered. You can really imagine the turmoil and almost smell the smoke of battle. We are unveiling the city's intense military history on a daily basis, and will make great efforts to expose the exhibits to the general public. So I don't think they're going to tell us much about this, are they? But let's have a look. The imposing walls and gates of the old city, visible today, were built in the 16th century by the Turkish Ottoman Sultan Suleiman. Suleiman the Magnificent. Yeah, I think he sent out a decree to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, if I believe, in 15 something or other, 1543. So I don't know. I forget something like that around there. I think. The previous fortification walls surrounding the ancient city of Jerusalem were much more impressive, says Dr. Amit Rahim. I'm probably butchering how these pronounce. Sleazy, help me out, Sleazy. Jerusalem's regional director at the Israel Antiques Authority. So the moat, which surrounds the entire Old City, dates back to around about 1,000 years ago, to the 10th century AD or a little earlier, and its function was to prevent the enemy from besieging Jerusalem from approaching the walls and breaking into the city. The moats, usually filled with water, are well known in Europe thanks to the use of fortifications and castles in Europe. But here the moat was dry. Its width and depth presented an obstacle that slowed down the attacking army. So I guess it would be to wouldn't slow down men that much, but I guess things on wheels, horses, like any kind of siege apparatus, it would sort of slow that kind of stuff down, I guess, even if it wasn't filled with water. I think that's as far as it's going to go. Okay, no, get off my screen. Get off my screen. Okay, I'm glitching everywhere, so I am going to stop camera again. Darn it! I thought I had that fixed. Sorry, I really thought that was fixed. Yeah, I just find that kind of stuff, the archaeology around Jerusalem, particularly interesting, especially as they find. I think it was about a year ago, but it seemed almost every month they were coming up with new stuff, which seemed to sort of verify biblical information. Like Hezekiah's, I think Hezekiah's signet ring thing was found. There was a village, I think, which was supposed to be the place that Goliath was from, was found, and the door frames were particularly bigger than they usually are, and things like that. Lots of interesting architecture there. Stuff around about sort of 3,000 years old, that kind of stuff around the area. I don't know what this handprint means, whether it means anything at all. Probably not. probably just somebody's carving. But I don't know. I suppose it takes time to do that into a rock. Then it's not like it was done quickly. It's not like nowadays where somebody just gets a spray paint and spray paints a phallus onto a wall, unless that was their equivalent. But yeah, I was just kind of hoping that somebody might be about to jump on the stream and have a chat with me. If Shizzy or Mighty Meat or Valhalla or anybody at all. But I think I might be talking to the void here. I'll give it a little bit of time. Actually, I'll have a quick look at YouTube. Might be that other people are doing stuff at the same time. Let's see. Oh, Mighty Meat is about to start in a couple of minutes. Right, okay, yeah, I'm about to clash. That's not good. Okay, I think I'll end the stream here then. Just thought I would just jump on and have a quick look at the news because I haven't done that in weeks. I've been really, really busy. So let's see if my camera is. Yep. Yeah, it's not liking that, is it? I mean, it's not the camera. The camera's fine. It's software. Just gremlins in the machine. The AIs, man, they're taking over. And for some reason, instead of doing anything, like targeting anything important, they thought they would target my camera first. Yep. You'll see the Matrix. It's after me. Going all Andrew Tate on us. Okay, let's see comments. Is there any comments? Anybody wanting to chat? Nope. Last few seconds. Mighty Meat is about to start his stream, so I am not going to step on his toes because I like his stuff. And to be honest, I would probably maybe see if I can join him in the comments or something. So if you're watching this later, hi everybody. This is my glitchy self. It's like a disco. No, it's not. It's like a really bad special effects. Right. Okay. See you all later. See you another time. Bye.